Hey guys, it's Mrs. Williams. I'm back with another story. This one is about President Lincoln. Abraham Lincoln by Marion Dane Bauer. Abraham Lincoln never expected to become president of the United States. He was born in the wilderness in a log cabin. His family was uneducated. They didn't go to school and they were poor, but they all worked really, really hard. He was a tall spider of a boy. That's how people would describe him. Like he had these long limbs, like a spider has long legs. When he was only 8 years old, he helped his father clear the land with an axe. You think that would be hard work? Look at all that wood swinging that axe around. Lincoln once said he got his education by littles. That meant he and his sister Sarah went to school only when they weren't needed at home. So first came homework, then came schoolwork. He read and read to teach himself all that he wanted to know. He was curious. He even taught himself how to be a lawyer. Lincoln once traveled from Illinois to Kentucky, where he saw slaves that were chained together. He knew that slavery was really wrong. Many in the North wanted to change the country's laws so that no one could own slaves. Many in the South wanted to divide the United States. Half slave, they said, half free. Lincoln ran for president because he wanted the country to stay whole and for slaves to be free. This was the LincolnDouglas Debates that happened in 1858. The two sides discussing, should slavery exist or not? Should we divide as a nation or should we stay united? A lot of people were surprised when Lincoln won. How could a man born in a log cabin be a president? The southern states were not happy. They decided to form their own country where they could own slaves. They attacked the North. This is a picture of the first battle of Bull Run that happened in the year 1861. You should have in your My Father's World pages an Abraham Lincoln picture to add to your timeline. So go ahead and look for that. Lincoln declared war on the states that had left the Union. He said the country must remain whole. This is a picture of another battle that happened in the year 1862. It was a battle within the Civil War. The Civil War lasted 4 long, hard years, and everyone really suffered. But Abraham Lincoln believed in the United States of America, and in a famous speech at Gettysburg, when I went on my trip with Emmy to Washington, D.C., I saw Gettysburg where he gave this speech. He promised that this nation would remain free. That really famous speech that he gave is called the Gettysburg Address, and it happened in 1863. And it did. As soon as the North began to win, our 16th president signed a law that freed every slave. That really important document was called the Emancipation Proclamation, and it was signed in the year 1863. This is the Lincoln Memorial here, and this is up in Washington, D.C., and it's this huge statue. I'll show you some pictures of it. Looks similar to this picture that the artist made. But his quote here says, "If ever my name goes into history, it will be for this act." He wanted to be known for his work in freeing the slaves. All right, I'll post this one for you guys, and I'll be reading from the Oregon Trail, our interactive history adventure, next.